Heddi dwi ar fferm Tyfos yn Llandrillo, Sir Ddinbych, lle mae ffermwyr yr ardal yn cael cyfle unigryw i drafod pwnc y dydd, sef i aros neu adael Ewrop, gyda neb llai na'r dyn ei hun, y prif weinidog. Well, Prime Minister, why should we remain in Europe?
Well, I think we're going to be better off in a reformed Europe, stronger in a reformed Europe and safer in a reformed Europe. But for farming, I think the arguments are absolutely nailed on. We have unrestricted, quota-free, tariff-free, tax-free access to a market of 500 million consumers across Europe. And, 90% of the Welsh beef and the Welsh lamb that is exported goes to the other European countries. Why give that up? Why put that at risk when the people who want us to leave can't really tell us what sort of access we'd have to that market? We know what we've got now. Let's keep going with making sure the regulations are simpler, the farm payments are made faster, and we invest in this brilliant industry where we produce some of the cleanest and best meat and food anywhere in the world.
If the British public decide that they want to come out of Europe, is there a plan B for farmers?
Absolutely. We'd have to put in place, obviously, a farm support system because, we wouldn't have a agricultural industry as strong as we do. We wouldn't have countryside as beautiful as we do if we didn't keep Britain farming. And as Prime Minister, I'd always want to keep Britain farming. But the point is, those who want us to leave, they're the ones who should be spelling out what they think that system would be like. If you're going to leave this organisation, why should the other 27 members suddenly turn round and give you a great deal for access to their market?
But at the moment, we're a net importer of agri-food products from Europe, importing twice as much as what we were exporting to Europe. Therefore, wouldn't it be better for us to take the Brexit option?
Not at all, because, of course, we're selling a lot in, we buy a lot out, but at the end of the day, if we leave, we don't know the access that we'd get. And because we're responsible, just take one industry in agriculture, sheep, we are responsible for 40% of Europe's sheep production. If we leave, can we be certain that others wouldn't want to grab that share off us? I don't think we can be. So I would say stay in because we know what we get with a market of 500 million consumers.
Un sydd wedi bod yn ganolog i'r trefniadau ar ran Undeb Ymieithwyr Cymru yw Hugh Jones, swyddog sirol Meirionnydd.
Dwi'n meddwl bod ni wedi cael diwrnod da iawn. Mae aros fewn yn Ewrop yn hanfodol i ddyfodol y diwydiant amaeth. Mae'n gwbl allweddol i'n dyfodol ni. A nid yw'r unig undeb sydd wedi mynegu hynna o'r dechrau. O ran
aros yn Ewrop, chi'n rhagweld mae'r taliadau sylfaenol yn mynd i lleihau yn dyrfawr dros y blynyddoedd nesaf. Felly, o'n i fyddai'n well petai ni yn mynd allan o Ewrop?
Mae'n wir fod na rhyw gymaint o ostyngiad yn haliadau Ewrop, ond y gwir ydy bod ni'n gwybod yn eitha da ble dyn ni'n sefyll am y 5 mlynedd nesaf yma os ydyn ni'n aros i fewn. Peta'r fath beth o bod ni'n gadael, mi fydden ni mewn sefyllfa o ansicrwydd difrifol. Ac be fydde dyfodol y diwydiant amaeth, be fydde dyfodol economi cefn gwlad, mae o'n wir yn dychryn ni. Ac mi fyse economi cefn gwlad yn dadfeilio petai hyn yn digwydd.
O ran Cymru, sut maen nhw'n elwa os ni yn aros yn Ewrop?
Wel, hwn ydy'r pwynt pwysig wrth gwrs. Mae'r ddadl yn cael ei roi'n aml iawn, chymod ar raddfa Deyrnas Unedig. Mae yna fwy yn cael ei dalu Ewrop ar raddfa Deyrnas Unedig na beth ni'n gael yn ôl. Ond beth sy'n bwysig ydy yng Nghymru, i ni'n elwa, i ni'n derbyn 850 o filiynau o bunnau yn fwy neu beth ni'n dalu allan. Ac dyna sy'n bwysig, a yng Nghyd-destun Cymru, mae rhaid ni gofio cymaint i ni'n elwa.
Y brodyr Richard a David Williams sy'n ffermio yma ar fferm Tyfos. Ac ydyn nhw wedi dod i benderfyniad eto?
For us on this farm, mostly a sheep farm, and in the uplands, as you can see, it's pretty bleak here. The market for lamb in Europe is very important to us, isn't it? If we didn't have that market, I don't know where our lamb would go really. Some of it would go in this country, but if we couldn't get rid of all the lamb, it would be a problem. The prices would drop, wouldn't they? And also the subsidies we receive from Europe are crucial for us as farmers in the uplands.
And you haven't received yours yet?
No, we haven't received our payments yet, no. And out of the farmers that were here today, I think there was 8 or 9 of us at the kitchen table, and 4 of them hadn't been paid theirs either, which is nearly 50%. But that's not David Cameron said that it wasn't problem from Westminster or Europe. It was the Welsh Assembly's fault. He said that those payments hadn't come.
So some of the best meat in the world.
Da ni'n cael llawer iawn o bres o Ewrop, lle, uniongyrchol ac yn uniongyrchol. Os ydych chi'n bod, enghraifft, yn y pres pilar 1 da ni'n cael yn y teledu sengl ac yn blaen, mae cyfartaledd ffarmwr Cymru yn talu 100,000 yn ôl i'w gymuned bob blwyddyn, lle. A mae hwnna'n bres sylweddol i gadw pobl yn cefn gwlad.
Ar ôl heddi, faint o ffydd sydd ganddoch chi yn David Cameron?
Da'n tueddu at unrhyw gwleidyddol o gwbl undeb. Ond dwi'n falch iawn wedi cydweithio efo David Cameron yn hyn o beth. Am reswm mae o a ni ar yr un ochr a da ni'n gweithio fo'n gilydd tuag at yr un nod a dyna sy'n bwysig.
There is so much bureaucracy at the moment, adding cost to the farming industry. If we came out of Europe, would there be less red tape?
Well, I don't think you can guarantee that, but what we ought to do is, in Europe, reduce the red tape, which is what we're doing. What my negotiations secured is, red tape reduction targets for all the key industry segments. Also, I think we can learn from each other. In England, we've cut farm inspections by 20,000. And I think we should apply some of those ideas in Wales, in other parts of the United Kingdom. Let's have fewer inspections, take the bureaucracy off our farmers, set them free to go on producing some of the cleanest and best meat anywhere in the world.
David Cameron, Prime Minister, thank you very, very much.
Great pleasure.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch yn fawr. Thank you.
A dros yr wythnosau nesaf, fe fydd gyda ni eitem ehangach ar y pwnc yma.